Do you ever miss a sizzle stick?
No, I do not. I do not.
You don't?
No, I definitely do not. My mom, if you're given trouble and she had a swizzle stick in her hand in the kitchen, you're getting a little tap on the bum bum. So I don't miss it.
You don't miss it. I do. Not.
You miss it, why? Happy holidays, Foodie fam. Today's seasonal sweet treat is a coconut almond bread pudding. So let's get baking. You can't come here and do something simple, can you?
I try not to.
I realize.
I have to keep you entertained. I have to keep your taste buds entertained.
This is some upper level bread pudding, guys. Coconut almond bread pudding.
Yes.
This is not your tanty bread pudding.
No, you know, I have to put a little spin on things, make it a little exciting. We can't
like
have
that.
the same thing all the time.
Okay, well, start me off.
All right, so we have some dark rum that we're gonna add to some fruits here.
Okay, let me do that.
What
for
I
you.
like about this, like bread pudding recipes on
Yeah.
the whole, it's made up of a lot of leftover stuff because what you're using is like the leftover bread. In this case, I'm using some leftover coconut bake.
Arlene, stop. You keep doing this to me. This is not bread. So we're not making bread pudding.
Well, you know, I think in the Caribbean we have a lot of bake.
We do. We eat
make
a
bake
lot
all
of
the
bake.
time, and it's left over, and then why not?
You've never made bake for me, by the way, but we'll get to that at some point, guys.
Soon. We'll get to that soon. So even with the fruits, you might have done a lot of baking, maybe during the year, during the holidays.
Yeah.
And you have a little bit of prunes, a little bit of cherries. And so you can just add a little leftover rum if you have any
Okay.
to that. So I'm going to take care of the first step to the bread part. So I have
Okay.
some butter
Right.
that I'm going to melt with some cinnamon and nutmeg.
Okay.
And of course some bitters and mixed essence.
I feel like these flavors are very seasonal, very holiday flavors.
Yes.
When you get those spices going, it screams Christmas.
So once this is completely mixed and
Yeah.
melted, we add the bread and
Okay.
just stir it up, and we're going to toast our bread for a little bit,
Sure.
and then we get into the wet part of the bread pudding.
Okay, so this is not even the pudding part. We're just dealing with the
Yes.
stop saying bread you.
Sorry, baked
You're big. The baked bread pudding.
bread pudding. Right, so this is a really nice color with the spices.
Okay.
And we can start adding in the bread. Give me
Okay,
a little
little
bit
at a time.
please.
Sure.
Yes, thank you. Right. And of course you do a little bit at a time so that everything gets a little bit of flavor.
Got it.
Perfect. And you're doing this on a low heat. You don't wanna, you're not fast cooking anything here.
We're not
It's just really to keep,
toasting the bread in the pan.
no.
We're saving that for the oven.
Correct. Perfect.
Right, so.
So we just finished mixing, try to get all the parts of the bread coated with the cinnamon and the nutmeg.
Those beautiful smells are coming through already.
And of course you already have, from your coconut bake, you already have
Flavor.
those flavors coming in.
Correct.
So it's not, you know, just like a plain white bread or something. You already have a level of flavor.
I see your
here.
game, you know, here, my friend. This is flavor on every level. It's always that with you. We season all the way through.
Always. All right, so we can get this onto our tray, which I've
Let me make some
greased
space.
lightly.
Right. I didn't give myself enough room today.
Right, and so we spread this out nice and even. This,
Easy peasy. So step one,
yes. And you don't want to
Complete.
crowd, so use a big tray
yeah.
so everything would get a little toasty. And this is in for 10 minutes.
What kind of heat?
375,
All right.
All right.
10 minutes, and then we're going on to step two.
which is the wet part.
The wet part.
All right. Okay, so bread pudding requires a little sauce.
A little sauce.
A little sauce. So today we're making a pineapple rum sauce to go with the bread pudding.
So this is not the actual pudding part. This is like a topping?
Yes.
Okay. No problem.
Yes. So you could also have your ice cream as they traditionally do.
I would love that ice cream, but I'm going with you. We're going with a rum sauce, guys.
Yes. So we're going to have some pineapple juice.
Okay.
Right. Some actual crushed pineapples.
Right.
Right. 1 stick of cinnamon.
The whole stick.
The whole stick. And some brown sugar.
Okay.
Right. And this is very easy. You stir this and you cook it on a nice low simmer until it reduces by half and it's a little cook.
Okay. So we just kind of have to wait this out.
Yeah. Just let it simmer in a corner while the bread put it in the oven. You let it simmer nice and slow and it reduces and becomes thick.
Just a question. What about the rum in this rum sauce? Where's the rum in this rum sauce?
Yes, I almost forgot the rum in the rum sauce.
I would not
very
forget
important.
for you, my friend.
Pour it in, pour it in.
Thank you very much.
And of course, the rum to make it the pineapple rum sauce.
Any specific type of rum, or you could do what you want?
Now, I personally prefer dark rum for things like this.
Right.
But
That's what you have.
choose your favorite.
Okay.
Choose your favorite.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna let this go and then go on to the pudding part
The pudding
of this bread/bake
bake
pudding. So our bake is freshly toasted,
Yes,
and now we're on to the wet part.
the wet part.
Got it.
Okay, so you will mix the wet part.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna start with some almond milk.
Okay.
And you're adding the coconut milk powder to this and you're
Sure.
whisking that together.
Sure.
Feels nice to relax on this side.
You're welcome, my friend.
So you want to mix this until it's completely mixed together.
Okay.
Do you ever miss a sizzle stick?
No, I do not. I do not.
You don't?
No, I definitely do not. My mom, if you're given trouble and she had the swizzle stick in her hand in the kitchen, you get a little tap on the bum bum. So I don't miss it.
You don't miss it. I do. Not.
You miss it? Why?
I miss it
to give people a tap on the bum
the
bum?
purpose in which it was intended.
Oh,
That's why I
okay.
miss it. Because I find sometimes like a sizzle stick does a better job than the whisk.
No, I feel like a whisk did what it needs to. It's doing what it needs to hear. All right.
All right. So
So
now
this
we're
is good.
adding eggs and sugar.
Sure. I see you wouldn't even pour my things in there. You're just abandoning me now.
I get lazy fast.
That's no problem, my friend. I don't mind putting in some of that work for you.
All right. So you're going to mix this until the sugar is melted.
Okay.
Which shouldn't be long.
Sure.
Usually I have you stirring for a while with some things.
Ah, this is not a 20-minute stir. It's not a 20-minute stir.
And if you look at the consistency, you see it's a little thick. It's getting nice and smooth.
Yeah, it's not as thin as before, for sure. You can feel it when you're whisking.
How excited are you about this baked bread
Excited.
pudding?
Like, I love a warm bread pudding. I feel like it just feels nice and cozy and homey. So good. Okay, so we pretty much there. I have a little piece of egg here that fighting my war.
Yes, if you had a swizzle stick, you would have,
You want me to?
I do that sometimes, actually.
No, I think we get them out, man. We get them out. Okay.
All mixed in?
Yeah, man. We same thing, Arlene. We same
Right,
thing.
so I can't help with putting in the bread.
Okay, sure.
Right. Now, we're not going to mix the bread or anything just yet. We're going to put them in and let them soak in the liquid on their own.
Oh, so we just letting this sit for a bit?
Yes. Well, not too long. By the time I finish here, it should be.
okay,
Right. You
okay.
can let it sit for a couple of minutes and then just add in your fruits and give it a little stir and pour it into your pan. But I want you to take note that every piece of our bake has some nutmeg and some cinnamon.
Yeah, you
toasted
can
on
see it on the color
Yes.
as well.
So you know that with every bite.
Flavor.
Okay. So this we let sit, let it soak up the liquid,
Do your thing.
and then we're going to add our fruits and get it ready to bake.
Okay, so like a 2 minutes, a 3 minutes, a 5 minutes?
A 5 minutes.
A 5 minutes.
All right. So we did all the soaking.
Yeah, I'm not seeing too much of the liquid left at the bottom, so we good.
Yes. So add in our rum-soaked fruits.
Yes. All right, cool. Are these cranberries in here?
Of course.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Leftover.
Come on. This is good.
So we're just going to kind of fold everything over. Right? because we still have some liquid at the
Yeah.
bottom that needs to kind of come and
And we
make
want
the
to get
ones at the
those
top.
bits that did not get any kind of liquid.
Look at that, I can't sit still. I'm still mixing.
I don't know how
and
you're
I have
reaching
your
here.
Sorry.
I don't know how you're reaching the people business quite in here. You're coming to lean and try to... No, I don't want to get the bread all mushed and broken. So
But that's why I
take
toast
my
it
time.
a little bit, because I don't like the bread pudding to be too soft and wet.
I don't like when it looks all just mushy and, you know, like bread
So
paste.
that's why I took my time. I made cubes with toasting it up.
Yeah.
So you will be hearing a little crunch, but by the time we add our liquid part of the recipe, it's going to be a perfect texture. And you get to see everything that you put in there as
You
well.
definitely do. And I think we're coming to come. We're coming to come very nicely. Most of our bread bits are covered.
Right. Everything is cut. These bread getting some real nice treatment going.
Being
They're
gentle.
just covered and everything, and they're
Gentle.
soaking and all kind of things.
This is a luxury bread pudding. Okay, it's luxurious. Thank you very much. All right,
I
how you
like how
feeling?
people just put luxury in front of
Yeah, and that just elevates it one time. How you feel? You good to go?
Yeah, we good to go.
All right, so what do we do now? Transfer?
So we're just pouring into this dish.
Would you mind? Thank you. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Of course. Especially during the holidays.
Yeah, everything
One
gets
person
easier.
can't cook everything. We
Certainly
need help.
not.
We need help. I only need somebody to wash dishes for me. Yeah?
I do not sign up. I do not volunteer for the dishwashing rule. No, thank you.
All right, and then you're going to do your gorgeous sprinkle of
I'm the
sliced
sprinkle
almonds.
queen. We come from on top and we just drop them all over the place.
Sprinkle drops.
Basically, it never turns out to be an actual sprinkle.
Of course, here you don't have to use sliced almonds. You can use any nuts. that
Give me
you
some
like. You
suggestions
can use
now.
some toasted coconuts. You can use cashews.
What about pecans?
You can
Yum.
definitely.
They would smell so great. How you feel about these almonds? Do we need more? Do we need less?
Let's do a little more because I like a little crunch to go with
Okay.
the rest of the.
This part is definitely to your preference. Then.
Of course, you could cover the
Cover
whole,
the whole
top.
thing. Make an almond pie.
Forget that we're doing bread pudding.
All right.
So this is it, and we drop this in the oven for about 20 minutes on 375.
Okay. And then we taste. We top with our rum sauce first.
Of course.
And then we taste.
And then we taste.
All right. Sounds good.
Your favorite part is here.
Yes. Yes. This looks exquisite. I love that you can see all of the little bits that we put in there. So that's all the fruits and of course the almond topping that I drizzled so well.
What is it, like a sprinkle queen?
Yeah, sprinkle queen. New name.
And of course we have our pineapple rum sauce,
Yes.
which is the dressing of today.
So
and of course you can have
nice.
it with ice cream as well.
I
I
wish
think a coconut ice cream will go really well with this.
coconut ice cream with coconut almond bread pudding. And rum sauce.
And rum sauce.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good.
So you're gonna do the drizzle?
Of course. I'm the sprinkle queen.
Right, so we just drizzle sauce.
Or drop it over like me. One of the two. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's good. As much as you like it.
Well, a little something to start. And now, do we taste?
Yes, we taste. So I want some pineapple and sauce.
I was looking for where I put the sauce, of course. Yeah, man. Oh. I'll just get back to that.
Even I'm impressed with this. And I'm not easily impressed either. And she dances.
This is so, I want to say good, but this is so great. Just all those spices, the same spices I talked about in the beginning that we could smell, hit you in the mouth. And it's soaked into the bread so good, but it's not mushy. Not mushy at all.
Toasting the bake for me is really important because you also get the crunch from the original toasting, and then you get a little more crunch with the almonds in the oven. So I like all the textures of this. I'm very proud of this recipe.
And that coconut flavor is really strong. And of course, that's from the coconut bake in our bread pudding.
Yes, also the coconut milk in the almond milk, the coconut milk powder in the almond milk.
Right. So we had coconut, almond going all the way through.
Yes.
But back up to the coconut, because you know this was a trap. You brought me coconut bake for bread pudding,
Yes.
but did not teach me how to make the coconut bake. So you know what that means.
Yes. Hold me tight. Hold me tight, as usual. Put it on the list and I will come back.
Guys,
Again.
Arlene will be back to do coconut bake. This is not even a request this time. This is a demand because this was excellent. Great job, friend.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me for more holiday fun. And of course, wishing you guys the best of this season. Good eating, especially good bread pudding. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.